Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله الذي خلق كل شيء فقدره تقديرا والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم محمد الأمين وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. أيها المستمعين الكرام في كل مكان أحييكم بالتحية الإسلامية قائلا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. It's another beautiful Friday, and mashallah, as usual, I welcome you with a blessed greeting, universally accepted as those. Peace and blessing of Allah be unto you all. I am your Sheikh Dr. Murtada BME As-Sunusi. The program today is Sabila Rashad, the way of Islam. The way of Islam is where, mashallah, we educate one another on how we can live a better life and how we can be on the right path, mashallah. And with me today, mashallah, in the studio as usual, is no any other person than Imam Musbaudin Olawali, the Amirul Darmat. The Amirul Darmat, mashallah, on the topic, the immediate and long-term effect of FASAAD. We are looking at FASAAD. And yes, just sit back, mashallah. Imam will tell you what FASAAD is all about. It's one of the kabahir many a times because it can lead to catastrophe. Imam, I welcome you, mashallah, as usual, to the program. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Our listeners at home, we thank Allah for another wonderful Friday, and we say Barakah Juma to everyone that's listening to us. And this is another wonderful topic. Imam have said it, or where we educate, that where we juxtapose the idea of Islamic point of view on matters here and there. And it's rightly said, we are looking at a long-term effect of mischief, that is for that on nation. So and we thank Allah for spending our life to witness another Friday. May Allah accept all our ibadah as an act of worship and also crown our effort here and thereafter. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You've heard it from Imam, mashallah. Anything negative that could lead to catastrophe or could lead to a conflict in Islam, Islam that really live by its name, peace, absolute peace. Yesterday, mashallah, Imam, let's have viewers understand, first of all, what FASAAD is all about so that they will be able to follow us, mashallah, as we are going on with our program.
Alhamdulillah, FASAAD, the mischief can be observed as malicious behaviors that causes discomfort or annoyance, that are capable of causing conflict in the society, that will have A to attack B or B to attack A through the misinformation, through the misconception, through the misunderstanding of the issue. That is all what FASAAD is all about. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has really warned us that we should desist, we stop spreading the FASAAD on the head so that we will not cause fitna, we will not cause FASAAD, we will not cause discomfort to others. And another view, you can say something deliberately to upset others or cause trouble between the people, even though causing trouble in the environment, even though causing trouble in the society, not to make someone the discomfort, you know, by uttering the bad word to one another, by causing upset in one another. You know, and Quran, which is the word of Allah, has really warned us that وَلَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ بَعْدَ إِصْلَاحِهَا. Do not cause misunderstanding, do not spread fake news on the head. You have been warned, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has designed and prepared everything purely. But do not forget, man, we said it's all about distribution, not all about production. Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made everything easy for the human being. So it's for us to now distribute accordingly, including what the concept we are discussing now, which is FASAAD. We have really warned by Allah. I said, what the khawfan wa tama inna rahmatallahi qareebun minal muslimin. He said, the rahmah of Allah is very close to all people that do not spread misconception, that do not spread fitna, that do not spread FASAAD on the head. We are going to bless them at the end of the day.
Alhamdulillah. So yes, Imam have told us, mashallah, the meaning that fasad is corruption, fasad is disturbance of peace.
Yes.
Fasad is
malicious behavior. Yes, it's discomfort.
Disorderliness.
It's causing annoyance in others.
Okay.
And
so if we look at it from that very particular point, mashallah, we will understand that yes, as a Muslim, you have to be in the forefront to make sure that orderliness is it becomes the order of the day. In whatever condition you find yourself, you should be the apostle of orderliness. So, la tusidu fil ardi, as Imam said, we should not what?
Cause discomfort to others.
Discomfort or mischief.
Or spread the fake news.
Or spread this fake news. So, Imam, yes, before we leave that very particular point, pollution also, I think it should be part of FASAAD. For example, we have air pollution, environmental pollution, and noise pollution. So because that too can lead to discomfort
to whatever that's capable of causing trouble in the people, even though harming the health of the people is causing FASAAD. So we should desist and stop from the act so that Allah loves us, and we should also love the order of Allah. So totally submission to His will. That Islam is all about 4 things. Islam is all about peace. It's all about merciful. It's all about welfare. It's all about compassion. It's all about mercy. And it's all about good news, both here and hereafter.
And hereafter, mashallah. So the correlation between FASAAD and fahsha. Fahsha, we are warned in the Holy Quran against fahsha, like something like illicit affair, adultery, fornication. They are all referred to as fahsha in the Holy Quran.
Exactly.
Could fahsha lead to fasad?
Exactly. Yes, it could, because once your mind is not clean to order, your heart is open for any fasad. So when you are totally involved in that fitna of adultery here and there, it could lead to fasad, because you will not take care that this is my boundary. I've been warned by Allah. By my total submission to His will, I shouldn't exceed the order of Allah. Once a woman is exceeding the order of Allah, so that He could open His heart to everything that is discomfort human being. Don't forget, that adultery we are saying, fornication we are saying, is also fasad. It's part and fasad. And I've been warned of that. We should desist. Anything could cause fasad to one another. Like
for example, we have those who believe that yes, they must profit, attain profit at the expense of order. Could that also lead to fasad?
Exactly. If you, this, what we are talking about is just a divine provision of Allah. Allah loves you to work. He has said is that you should work it and not to earn your profit. Once you are earning your profit, what we are saying is you observe yourself as a Muslim, as a human being, have mercy with others. When you are having mercy with others, we know we will not cause any harm to others. We will not even cause any harm in the society. You will desist from air pollution. You will desist from noise pollution. You will desist from anything could harm one another in terms of spreading or spending what you have as a benefit. So you have a limitation that you give some out freely. You give some out to transact another business for you to earn more and a way of halal, Allah. So we have to be warned.
We have to be warned. We have to be warned. We've heard that, mashallah. Let's look at it. This Imam called fasad leads to fitna.
Exactly,
in society.
Yes, fasad could lead to a fitna. Let's look at just 3 things because of our time. We are saying we should desist and stop air pollution. Once our company, our factory here and there, here in Australia, in Lagos, once they are not, if that ministry is not effective enough, we have air pollution here and there. Our health is in danger. And when the health is in danger, then we have a premature death. So that is fitna. Fasad leads to fitna in many ways. We are talking of education as a part of solution. We get there as a past solution, as a part of solution to fasad. When you are not educated, you know everything you do. That I will just do it. You don't need that. It will cause fasad to one another, and fasad will lead to fitna. So if you are not destined from that air pollution, it will cause fasad on our head. And when our head is is exposed to danger, definitely we continue to visit hospital, and the hospital will say, okay, this is our limitation. We don't have bed, we don't have. Definitely, the environment is in problem already.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
So definitely, FASAAD leads to fitna.
You've heard it from Imam, mashallah. FASAAD is corruption, is anything, disorderliness. So when you distort the normal growth of social, political growth in society or development in society, definitely it will lead to fitna, whereby people will not be able to get proper treatment in the hospital because somebody have cornered the money that's supposed to go there. The education, somebody have already siphoned the money that's supposed to go to the education, and what goes around comes around. So yes, Imam have told us, mashallah. So on our nation or on a nation, what is the effect of FASAAD?
Imam, alhamdulillah, the effects of FASAAD are many. You know, the pious people of Allah doesn't compromise their faith. It doesn't call fitna on the because they believe in that moral standard, justice, kindness to one another. That is a cozy environment. That is an essential instrument that we should embark on once you gain your iman from Allah. You know, why causing FASAAD on the head? Definitely, you will be punished. FASAAD is very close to great sin in Islam. It's very close to great sin in Islam.
Because it can lead to death, it can lead to bloodletting.
It can lead to fitna of the whole nation.
It can lead to different wars.
So do not call FASAAD on the head. Effect is, effect is a numeral. Effect of FASAAD, not only someone that causes FASAAD alone, it will have an effect on what we call human emotional intelligence. What are the human emotional intelligence? Social skill will not be in good shape. Social skill, you have to interact. So when you are interacting, that means you are interacting on mischief. You are interacting on FASAAD. You are not interacting with pure mind. Either I kid you, you kid me. You can see the nation. So social skill is in danger. Self-regulation, someone can also FASAAD who evidently have positive and negative effect in one another. In order, not only his family now, because from the family, we're now moving to society. So from father and mother, we get our children. The children will now move to society. So from your house to my house, we now assemble to become a nation. It said, pardon, libardin. So part 1 and part 2 become one as a nation. All that is motivation. We will not have a mind to motivate your staff here and there because FASAAD already. Because someone you employ in an office, he has invested all the money that meant for 10 people at a go. So that boss or the manager will not be able to motivate the staff under him. Another is empathy. When you now sabotage that empathy, everything goes around, comes around. Another is self-awareness. So when creating self-awareness, let's see your mind that is very pure. You don't have what we call self-interest. Because self-interest is also FASAAD. So you should have...
It's a FASAAD.
Yes, it's a FASAAD. Self-interest is FASAAD. Self-interest is a FASAAD. So when you don't have self-interest, mean the society that society is...
It's part of self-interest for you to import fake drugs.
Yes.
Because that fake drug will kill a lot of people. It may even eventually kill you.
It's even FASAAD you miss a currency with petrol. Selling it in the market. In the market of instance here and there. Even FASAAD, you inflate some of the prices. They are saying PMC. They bought it at the rate of 500 and you are selling it, they are selling it for 800
because of your own selfish interest.
Because of want to have this, want to have that. Allah created awareness around that. Whatever comes around goes around. Do know you have a limitation to live. You have time, you have minutes, you have years here and this, and it's counting every day.
Every day, mashallah. So it's counting every day, mashallah. We are told that the only Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, part of his sunnah is that you don't urinate on the stream, on the brook or on the flowing water.
On the flowing water.
You
because
don't urinate on it.
That flowing water, I mean, some people have benefit from that flowing water.
Somewhere
is. So some people, you know, it's like a vessel. What you are discussing now is like a vessel. Once we have a vessel, the channel that connect the first tap into that vessel or your storage, if it is blocked, definitely the channel that will give out that water will also be blocked or contaminated. That's why whatever that begins ends.
Okay, mashallah. Whatever that begins ends somewhere. You may see it as a beginning here, but it ends somewhere. Mashallah, we go on short break now. We'll be right back very soon, mashallah. When we come back, we'll continue. Assalamu alaikum.
Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, none of you has faith until you love for your neighbor what you love for yourself. This is what it means to be a Muslim. Among the very names of God we hear the compassionate, the all-merciful. All my life, every day, I have heard and used the greetings, Assalamu alaikum. A wish for the other to be blessed with peace. This is what it means to be a Muslim. More than 1,000 years ago, before the Geneva Conventions, Muslim soldiers were ordered not to kill a child, a woman, or an old person, not to destroy a tree, not to harm a priest, not to destroy a church. These are the same values of Islam we were taught in school as children, not to destroy or desecrate a place where God is worshipped, not a mosque, not a church, not a synagogue. This is what it means to be a Muslim. These are the values I teach my children, and they will hand it on to theirs.
Alhamdulillah, yes, you are welcome back, mashallah. So today we are looking at two words that are very, very important in Islam. We are talking of FASAAD and Islah, or Salah. FASAAD simply means mischievous, as being explained by Imam, mashallah. And Islah or Salah simply means to put it in order. So orderliness is so much important in any society. A society that is in disorderliness, I mean, some society, we always get themselves in discomfort soon, mashallah. So, yes, Imam, we have been talking about this very particular FASAAD, and you have explained, you have in fact defined it for us, mashallah. And now we want to look at solution, because our society seems, or everywhere in the world, seems being engulfed with this very particular catastrophe or this particular menace. So how can we get out of this FASAAD that has really eaten deep into the fabric of our nation?
Alhamdulillah, Imam. Let me start from the hadith of Prophet Muhammad. He says, "Annama ana rahmatum muhadatun." He said, "I'm nothing more than a mercy that has been given as a gift to all created things." That Prophet Muhammad served as a mercy. And when something serves as a mercy, when you pinpoint or you started, seeing that word, it's very, very enlarged.
So it simply means that wherever it comes, the place becomes so so conducive.
It becomes so lively.
So lively.
It becomes so interesting. It becomes so serve as a welfare to individual, not a group now.
Okay.
So an individual, that society, where everybody will tap
that simply means that any Muslim who truly following the prophet of Islam
is a mercy to
his environment,
to his society, to his family, to his mother, to his father,
to his family, to the general society,
even to his followers.
Allah Akbar.
To his followers. Not an imam now. We are talking of manager, we are talking of president, we are talking of governor, we are talking of councillor.
So you should be seen. You should not only be seen, you should be fed as a mercy.
You should serve as an example, as a role model, as a paragon, to all whatever that's under you. So from that starting point, he said, Annama ana rahmatum hadatun. I've not been sent more than a mercy to the whole world and what Allah has created. And me are looking at it. Imam, let's recollect vividly. The first verse that came to Prophet Muhammad, he said, Ikra, Bismi Rabbika Lazi Halako. Islam value education very much. So the first solution is education.
It's education.
So our people must be educated.
Well educated. So the authority should not deny people from being educated.
Yes. They should. The government should have margin on us to find a total solution to the mess we are witnessing in our university or in our education. We have a Minister of Education, we have a PS certificate here and there. All Minister of Education should come up with a modality. We have to be educated. That's the first solution.
And the education you are talking about, Imam, not necessarily the classroom education.
At all.
Total education.
You know, Imam,
well-balanced
we
total
have
education.
informal education and informal education. They are interwoven. We have to acquire some skill in order to see that facade could cause a fitna in the society. The second one is the purpose of creation. Everybody, it's an assignment for us. What is the purpose of creation? You should ask yourself. You know, while discussing the purpose of education, you know, now the next one is what is my duty? Once you are being educated, you know the purpose of the education, you know your duty as a human to your creator, definitely you follow the order of Allah that says do not kill, that says do not cause facade on the head. So you know everything about you, you'll be questioned at the end of the day. Allah will ask you. If you are not accountable for your valuable human being, you will be accountable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in one day. Then another thing, that the concept of faith, that al-iman billah, you just have to not treat in that iman, uluhiyya, face him alone, that he is one that created me and I will follow his order. Rububiyya, I have no, even though I have a boss, he is the boss of a bosses. He is the manager of the managers. So I have to submit to him.
All you are mentioning, we check someone from falling into facade.
Yes, he will check you. That's check and balancing. You know, whatever we have this life, we have what we call inbuilt. We have internal mechanism. So Islam now provides total solution, as we can call internal mechanism, that could check the output and input. So when your output and input is balanced and checked, definitely you know that you will not cause facade for anybody. But whatever you do today, causing facade to other, then be expecting tomorrow someone will cause facade for you. So whatever goes around also comes around. That's why several says, "Kama tedunu atudano." Whatever you plant, that's exactly what you are going to reap. Another thing that align with method of ibadah. That is very, very important. You know that when you are praying 5 times, it checks your moral. It checks your interaction with others. So it tells you do not Allah is the most greatest one. So once you have it in your mind, you know what we are talking about, it comes about mind, my intellect. And Islamic deal with 5 things: your mind, your intellect, your emotional, your interaction, your reasoning. Once that 5 mechanism is intact in you, you know you don't have to cause facade. It will not even come to your mind to cause facade that will now lead to fitna. So once you are on that platform, definitely you are a successful person. You are one of the pious of Allah that says, "In Allah ma'as-sabirin." Allah is those who patient. Also, we hold our Muslim brother over there that causing facade is very close to great sin. Haram. We can even count it among haram.
Among haram, that is the forbidden.
The forbidden.
So you should not go there at all.
At all. So do not even near it. Do not consume alcoholic. Do not consume alcoholic. You do not do all this slandering here and there. Game. You know, whatever could lead to facade is forbidden, total forbidden in Islam. Allah doesn't have any son or daughter that will consume alcoholic. You know, that will not change his emotional intelligence or emotional thinking. That will not total causing destruction in the society. So please, we are begging our fellow human being at home who they serve as our permanent listener on this program. Just us educate ourselves and also educate others in the society.
Alhamdulillah. So let's educate ourselves that yes, facade is something that can lead us to transgression. It can lead us to a bigger sin, mashallah. So let's stop it. Let's stop disturbing others. Let's do the kamandar dar. It's another concept in Islam. It is the word of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But you should not cause harm to people, and you should not allow yourselves to be armed. Mashallah. Let's protect our interests, but don't let us jeopardize other people's interests.
So they should remind them that you get their tongue from slander and malicious statements. It's very important.
So yes, facade can come out from the tongue, from the way we talk. We talk to others, mashallah. We should guide our tongue. We should guide our heart. In fact, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam even said that yes, there's a flesh in the body, and that flesh is a fasadat.
Why is a fasad? Why is a salahat?
So alhamdulillah, so that's where we round it off for today, mashallah. On our program, special thanks to my Imam, Imam Isbadi Olawale, the Amiru Darmat, mashallah. I remain your Sheikh Dr. Murtada Ibiyemi as soon as until next Friday when I come your way with another beautiful edition of Sabila Roshad. I say, Masalam. Wa ila liqa.
Alhamdulillah.